Hello, everybody. This is your boy Enjoy. Do hope and pray that you are having a blessed day. I know I am. Bringing you guys an updated Unchained list for this new year of 2021. Guys, before I get into this, deck is a ton of fun to play. I really do recommend that you pick it up. It's something that you can get a lot out of for how not having to invest that much money. Very budget friendly, especially now that it's been reprinted in the Mega Tens. It's you can pick everything up for the dirt, and it's something, as I said, you can do very, very well with this format, especially in a format like this where we have a lot of parity. So, guys, without further ado, I'm just going to jump in and let's see the spice, see what we're working with for this new year. All right, so starting off, you're running the double abominable Unchained Soul. This card's broken. That's all I really have to say about it. 3K stick, blows up anything on the field. It's also a hand trap and special summon itself from the graveyard. That's just crazy. Double soul, really good. The one ghost dog, you don't want to draw this at all. That's why you only play that one. You have many ways to recycle it as well, so you don't need to play more than that. Trust me, unless you're playing like a desires build or whatnot, which I am not. The build I currently have, I think, is most efficient. I just, like I said, the one ghost dog and the double soul. I think it's a great ratio right there. Just want to play the three big guys. Then getting into small Unchained, you have triple Aruha. This, in my opinion, really is the best one to open up, as well as another Unchained card because it gets you into your combos. The triple Rakia. This right here allows you to do a lot, really play on your opponent's turn, and it also enables a lot of long, OTK chains. And then, to me, the card that really made this deck viable and competent, Triple Sarama. Some people point to this Unchained Soul as being the card that did that. I really think it's definitely Sarama that gave yourself something that you can have resource management, as well as obviously another part of your engine as well. I think Sarama is definitely the card that brought this deck together. That's just it for your Unchained. Then getting off into our hand trap package, running triple Ash, double Meister, double Bell. Thinking about when I was trying to brainstorm this list, I wanted something that's going to pretty much address every issue in the format, and I didn't want necessarily hand traps or say matchup specific. And I think these 7 hand traps right here are going to hit any deck you pretty much come up against in this format. So it says I was thinking about maybe things like Droll, etc. That's predicated more towards Drytron, Nibiru, obviously, and that's predicated more towards VW, things like that. And so, think about it. I think these 7 hand traps are the best really to be able to have an answer for pretty much everything you're going to come up with. And then, depending on whatever your matchup is, you can side accordingly. So these 7 right here has just really been working for me. So that's it for the monsters in general. And then going into our spells, we're only playing 6. Just triple your Searcher, Abomination's Prison. I really wish this was an Unchained card. I really do. I really do. So your Sarama could recycle it. And then we're playing triple of Pot of Extravagance. You don't necessarily inherently need your extra deck that much in this deck, and it's being able to banish, draw 2 plus, and that's you really need a way to draw in this deck. It's either this or Desires. I do recommend you play either one. Either build is competent. I just prefer this one as well. You definitely need to draw because the issue with this deck isn't negs too much to get into plays, and I think if it didn't do that, it'd be a lot better of a deck. But it definitely does neg, and so you do need a way to draw extra cards so you don't, run out of resources. That's just that. Just it for those. Just the 6 spells rather. And then getting into the traps, playing a lot of traps right now because this is a going first build. Triple Escape of the Unchained, very good. Pops an Unchained and pops anything on your opponent's side of the field. Great card. Triple Abominable Chamber of the Unchained. You can special summon Unchained from your hand or your graveyard as well. Then that's it for the Unchaineds. Then going into your other traps, got triple Torrential Tribute. It's really a blowout card. This format, this card's really, really good. Double Ice Dragon's Prison. Double Dimensional Barrier. So I've really been testing Dimensional Barrier, and I really, really like it, guys. Going up against, say, matchups like VW, Drytron, there's a lot of stuff, Zoo, whatnot. So we're really in a format where if you shut those extra deck mechanics off, a lot of these, tier 1 decks you really cannot play. And I, obviously, Dimensional Barrier is just going to do that for you. It's going to get you there. It's been really, really, really solid. We're only playing that 2, so because we play this card right here, rounding out the deck. Double Trap Trick. This is going to allow me to pretty much see every trap that I have in my deck, including my Unchained Engine cards. I really do like this over here, and just like these ratios, simply because you don't necessarily need to see way too many of these cards. For the most part, Ice Dragon's Prison, you flip game. Like a lot of these, these traps right here in this form are really kind of just game enders. Torrential as well, and so you hit them right at the right spot. Hit them at the right choke point. Generally, you are probably just going to win the game off of those cards. So just double trap trick, be able to access any trap that I need, shut my opponent off, and then get into doing what my deck does. So that rounds up the deck. Then getting into the extra deck a little bit. So we're playing threes of a lot of things, guys. So triple of the Unchained Soul of Rage. This right here is really what you're going to mainly be going into. I honestly, truth be told, sometimes I'll just sit on looping Unchained Soul of Rage, linking into certain things, and then just link into another rage, etc., just to continue to interrupt my opponent, and then they just can't really play. Card's really, really good. Triple of the Anguish. Once again, we're playing Extravagance, so we want to just be able to see copies of all our extra deck monsters. We don't mind banishing a couple of them. We just want to be able to at least get into one, and that'll get us there. And then the one Abomination, and be honest with you, Abomination is really just not that good in its own archetype. It's just really one of those cards that just doesn't shine well in its own archetype. I rarely ever make this, and quite frankly speaking, I don't, say play 2 to 3 of it, because I really don't care if it gets banished off of Extravagance. I be honest with you, as many times as I played in any matchup, as long as I've had this deck, I think I've made this card probably enough times to fit on one hand. I'm not even joking. You definitely play it because it's part of your engine, it's part of your archetype, and it's not a bad card by any stretch of the imagination. No. But at the same time, this right here is just there's so many other things in my extra deck I'd rather make than Unchained Abomination. It just really doesn't come up that much. So I personally don't recommend playing more than one, because I really don't feel it's worth it. So that's it for the Unchained links. Then getting on to my other buddy I like to link it to a lot, Nightmare Unicorn. This right here, along with our Unchained Soul of Rage, is really like a double disruption on your opponent, being able to, suck up on their monsters, link off with it, and then summon a unicorn on their turn and spin anything back. It's just really, really strong, especially this format. It's really, really solid. I do this play a lot, and it gets you there a lot of the time. So I recommend playing triple unicorn, because I always want to have a unicorn to link into most of the time. Then getting into other little engines, we have like Topologic Trisbana for backrow, whatnot. I play double Zeraboros and double Bomber Dragon. I don't play things like the Boro Links. I see some decks that do that. I don't necessarily want anything that's too complicated. And the beauty of this deck is the fact that it does so many simple things extremely well. And sometimes that's just all you need to get there. You don't need to overcomplicate things. You don't need to add too many frills to the deck, too many wrinkles to the deck. Just keep it straight, keep it real. And I just think these cards right here, just being the 2+ effect monsters, that is all they need. So you can go essentially right from your Unchained Soul of Rage play to, if they try to make a link to whatever, whatnot, just go ahead, link into a Bomber Dragon, link into a Zeraboros, whatnot, especially even if you have, say, another way to special summon back, like if you have your Unchained Traps, go ahead, special summon something back, blow up board, banish board, whatever, whatnot. It's just, it works way better with the deck, and I just recommend just keeping it straight up. Some people play the, access code talker, and for me personally, I just don't even think it's worth it, just because with the access code talker, you're always just going to get the one pop and whatnot, and then just like, I just, I've tested with that, and, anytime I made, something like an access code talker or whatever, whatnot, I just I'd rather have had a Zeraboros or a Bomber Dragon instead. So that's what I've decided to settle on. So, guys, that rounds up the deck profile. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Things that I should add, things that you've been teching, whatnot. Any suggestions that you may have, guys. And also I'm really receptive to also hearing about deck lists. Hey, post a deck list down in the comment section. We can talk about it, discuss it, whatnot. And guys, this has been your boy Angel. Pray that you have a blessed day, guys. Make good choices. Be safe out there. Stay healthy, guys, and peace.